Hello and welcome to this new tool I'm developing called Backdrop Designer. Now what this is for people who aren't really art savvy and they want to make a repeatable backdrop for a 2D platform game particularly, or maybe a backdrop for a title screen, or they just want to make something Bob Ross style. So when you open this up at this stage, it will give you the first cloud brush. It will sit in layer 4 so that you've got room to put things beneath that layer, and you've got a whole bunch of layers here as well. There's a few shortcut keys. Q will come off the brush mode just so that you don't see the brush floating around. B will enable that again. Control S to save. T will toggle tile mode, so by switching that on or off, it won't repeat either side. You have to kind of scroll out to see that, otherwise it's going to repeat itself wrapping around so that it does a tileable texture thing. So it only happens when you scroll out or the object is small enough. So like these trees for example, you see when you press T it toggles tile mode. Now it tells you down the bottom here tiling is on, and T to toggle tile mode. Okay, so it tiles based on the shape of the brush there, and as you can see it doesn't always tile perfectly at the edges. You can check down the preview what's going on, and you might want to just change things to the right size for them to tile correctly, or you can turn the tiling off and they'll just wrap. So when you're putting things down at the edges, good idea just to place them like that. So the tiling's really for the bigger things like clouds that stretch the whole area. Okay, so there's clouds as well. And nice brushes that you can use to make the scene look busy. If you want to make the gradient in the background a different colour, you can press space. That will shuffle background, so you get control of the upper colour and the lower colour there. You can make the kind of gradient that you want. Backspace will clear everything. Okay, so X and Y will flip the object left or up and down. I will toggle the gradient background and leave a transparent version in case you want to save your own little kind of clip art piece later that you've made up an asset out of many assets. Now if you hold down Control and use the mouse wheel or the bracket keys, you get fine-tune control of the scaling. Just bear in mind that it might not tile so well at the edges, but that happens to be a thing anyway. If the object is tiled and it's sitting at the side, it will struggle to tile itself. Something I can look into. It's just a bug for now, but otherwise just turn tiling off and it should wrap itself round to the other side, no problem, like that. Use the tab key to shuffle colours. It will try and match the gradient tones every second tap of the tab key. It will pick these two tones and do something with them and kind of mix them up a bit. Okay, I'm going to press I to bring back the gradient, space, and tab a few times to get something I like, backspace to clear, and I will just use the mouse wheel to get to normal scale again. Okay, so there's that. V will move the layer up and Alt V will move the layer down, but you can basically click on the layer as well. Now if you hover over any layer, it will show you what's on it. So as you can see on layer 4 there's these two trees. It might not represent them correctly just yet because I need to work on that. That's a feature that's been developed. So you can go the layer behind and the layer in front and place in new ones. You can see little preview of what's happening there. Purely representational at this point. So there's 5 cloud brushes. There's some nice mountain brushes. This one repeats itself horizontally. You can see how it's kind of struggling a little bit there until you press T to switch on the tiling and just tiles. Mountain 2, do tab to change the colours up. Now there's this soft and solid blending mode. Soft blending will basically use more of the alpha tones, and you can actually dial some of these out using these. You can bring away some of the power of that. There's some grass as well that can be used. That's quite a funky looking background, I think. So there's a few grass tiles that I've made. You can see down the bottom here, you can check to see if it tiles correctly. And I think that's fine. You can see some parts might be ripping a little bit, so just turn the tiling off and make sure that you use just a single mode at the edges. That way it will definitely tile perfectly, unless you've gone too big a scale. It might struggle with that. So I'm going to press X to flip that left and right. I can take away some of the power of these, dial them out with this solid soft blending, and I'm just basically left with what's in that channel. I can dot these around, flip them, control and mouse wheel to make them smaller a bit, change the colour, dot even more in. Okay, so I've got this kind of nice jungle looking backdrop. I'm just going to add in some clouds. Let's say we want some behind, so I'm just going to jump to behind here. Pick some colours. You can press C to cycle through these colours as a shortcut, or you can just click on them and pick with Alt. So as I hover over each layer, I can see what I've done in there. Some of it looks chaotic, but at least you get an idea how many clicks have been made in that particular layer. A lot of the brushes don't actually have any defined just yet, such as the people brushes, animal. This isn't a cat. It looks like a cat, but it's actually a castle ruin type of thing. That's a pathway. This will be raindrops and snow. This one's fog. This is quite a good one. So I'm just going to change up the colours here. Dot in some fog. You can press 1 to 0 to get different levels of opacity using the top row number keys. The only rocks I have right now is just some makeshift bricks that I created. Here we have a little wall. There's also some trees that I've processed from other artists that I won't click on them just now, so I may have to take those away. A couple of trees that I've done here. So I'm just pressing tab to go through the colours, but you can easily change each of the key colours in these. So eventually you're left with this backdrop that basically tiles, and you can scroll it left to right, mix some extra objects in front of it to get that parallax effect for your game. I'll be working on these brushes over the next few weeks and hopefully make some cool stuff with this. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoy using. You can get it on you can get it on itch, and it's free for now. So thanks for watching. Bye.